I'd like to share a little bit about my latest series. It's called New Mornings, Light of Hope. And how this series evolved is that I was meeting a friend who was having a hard time, and I was to encourage him. But I remember when I was leaving him, he said these words to me: God's mercies are new every morning. Great is his faithfulness. And I remember when my friend said these words, it kind of just shot right through me. And I didn't know what was going on at the time, but I knew something was different. I spent time meditating on these words, and I found out that I was actually going through a depression myself. I lived 3 minutes from the beach, so I would just walk there and just enjoy the time and taking in just the beautiful scenery in front of me, waiting for the sun to come up, waiting to feel something that would change the way that I was feeling at the time. And so every day, I'd go out there and I'd look for 1 or 2 things that would capture my attention, give me that experience of hope. Some days I'd look out there and it could be like a wash of lavender across the sky or the sparkling, shimmering light on the sand. And I'd remember these things, remember those moments of what it would be like out there, and trying to capture that experience in pigment and materials such as ground glass, sand, mineral pigments, gold and silver leaf. And here I would just put down 1 layer on several paintings at a time, sometimes 10, 20 paintings, and not necessarily on all the paintings, just the ones that seem to call out for that particular layer for that day. So day after day, if you can imagine, I'm just putting 1 layer over another and not knowing where these paintings are going, just being faithful to the attempt to try and capture the experience of hope. So in a sense, these paintings become like entries to a journal, journals of discovery and hope. The paintings in this particular exhibition was painted during the pandemic, and many of the paintings reflect the hard times that I think we're all going through or have gone through over the past year. I remember some of the paintings I got up probably an hour before sunrise, walking out on the shore in the dark and just wandering as I waited for the sunlight, almost like equating that to waiting for hope in such a dark time. And I remember those specific moments of just anticipation before the first light would come out, and the sky has this deep, rich tones of blues and blacks, and the water is shimmering in darkness almost. And it's such a beautiful time of the day to be there. And in some of these paintings, they reflect that. In other paintings, it also shows the sun just starting to burst through and a myriad of colors just taking place before my eyes, and just the joy that that would bring to me. And as you look at these paintings, they're not very large paintings. In fact, the majority of them are small. They're meant to be seen up close. And as you look through the surface and see the many layers, it's almost like reading words off a page. And I think all these layers of experiences speak that language of hope. So as you look closely at these paintings, may you discover not only our common experiences of brokenness, but our world longing for hope.